cannot begin to tell you all how relieved I am. How relieved I am that the Wednesday Night Wars are over. The Wednesday Night War between WWE's third brand, some people consider it still a developmental brand, NXT versus AEW Dynamite. I'm going to be honest with you. I've never seen so many wrestling fans every single Thursday when the ratings get released act like fucking incels. Whether it's a joke or not. Like, some people genuinely fucking took this seriously. I swear to God, I've never seen a biggest group of pathetic human beings than I did for the last year plus. Probably a year and a half now, if I'm being honest, but I don't fucking know. They absolute insults, these people are. These people would rather argue about fucking ratings for two shows that really could barely pull 100 million, not 100 million, a million viewers a week, especially during the pandemic. You know, than trying to help give feedback so that their show does, so that the show that they enjoy the most does better. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I prefer one show over the other. Right now, if I'm being honest with you, I prefer NXT over AEW Dynamite. Do I still like AEW? Yes. Do I want it to succeed? Yes. The problem is, there are things about that show I don't nearly enjoy as much as I did with NXT, and as much as I do with NXT. I like some of the wrestlers there, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. A lot of the wrestlers on AEW Dynamite have no fucking star power. No presence. Nothing to make me care about them, other than the fact that they do a bunch of cool moves. But here's the thing. When every single match has a bunch of cool moves, who gives a fuck? That's my point. But that's a different story for a different time. And I have mentioned it a little bit in the past. If you haven't checked those videos out, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do so. Honestly, I mean, it really just comes down to how the fans interacted with each other that makes me cringe. It's like, how many people... And I really do hate preachy posts where it's like, oh, it's okay to be a fan of this company and that company. We all love wrestling in the end, blah, blah, blah. I really hate those preachy, cringy posts on social media. But in this regard, I did kind of agree with them. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter who the fuck you support, as long as you just enjoy wrestling. I enjoy wrestling, so I can watch a bunch of different companies on a bunch of different levels in popularity. I can watch any show from Raw and SmackDown, NXT, to Dynamite, to fucking Impact, to MLW, to Ring of Honor. So many different shows. Occasionally New Japan, because I don't really have the means to watch it right now. So, it just, the whole thing with the ratings was lame. And especially because people, like, especially on AEW's side. I mean, WWE fans are fucking cringeworthy in their own caliber, but AEW fans are equally, or at least on par with that cringe. Especially when their show could barely pull 900,000 viewers a week. Now, whether that's because of the pandemic or whatever, I don't know. But now that things are, kind of wrapping up, now the Wednesday Night Wars have wrapped up, it's just nice to finally fucking have some sort of normalcy again. Like no one's competing with one another, man. Of course, competition's gonna be there because it's two relatively big companies, but I really do feel like AEW has a long way to go before they even consider themselves to be a big company. Because in my opinion, just based on presentation alone, it's a big indie company. AEW is essentially a big indie company with a massive budget. It doesn't have like that star power presentation that WWE has. Now, regardless of whether you think WWE actually makes stars nowadays is very debatable, and I completely understand a lot of people's opinions on that as well, because it's been rough the last couple of years, let's be honest. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to see good wrestling. And I did get to see a lot of good wrestling. I did get to see a lot of great moments from both shows. The problem was the fans were just killing it every single week, man. Every time Brian Alvarez, that cocksucker, put out the ratings, it was always the same shit, people arguing over the ratings and shit. Like, why couldn't you just be a fan and enjoy both shows? Like, I don't even watch NXT or AEW live. I don't like commercials. I fucking DVR that shit when I can. And I watch it through DVR, and it's much easier for me to enjoy. I don't really claim to give any show a rating on live television, because I don't like to watch live TV. I prefer to watch it taped, where I can fast forward to the stuff I don't care about. So, when I see these people, these incels, these Egypts, if you want to use the Irish term for idiot, these fucking Egypts, you know, complain online, and I've even said to people online, it's like, why the fuck are you complaining about this shit? Like, why the fuck are you fighting with other people? Dude, leave this shit to the people that it's actually their job to care about it. It's not the fans' job, in my opinion, to give a fuck about the ratings. It's really not. Anybody that says otherwise, that doesn't work in the television or advertisement industry, is a fucking moron. That's what it's just going to come down to. Who cares at the end of the day? Because at the end of the day, it's not your fucking job to worry about it. It's the company's job, the advertiser's job, the TV ratings job, the TV company's, the network's job to give a shit about ratings. It's not our job. Who gives a fuck in the end? So this whole constant complaining and constant fighting over what show is better, which show had the better rating. Like I said before, for much of 2020, AEW could barely pull out a fucking million ratings. Barely. And I think the highest show they had that year was the Brody Lee, rest in peace, tribute show, which was fucking fantastic, and I cried in every single match, but that's besides the point. Here's the thing, man. Like, who gives a fuck? I'm just glad it's over. I'm really just glad it's over so that people can just sort of act pseudo-normal again. You know? That's really what it comes down to. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching this gameplay, and thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments section below, and of course, you can always check out my podcast and my social media links down in the description. I look forward to hopefully having an intelligent discussion with all of you down in the comments, which probably won't happen. See you guys soon.